1%. When you count everybody that's working part-time because they can't find full-time, when you count everybody that's quit looking for work, and for some crazy reason, your government doesn't count those people. When you add up all of those people, our real unemployment rate right now is close to 19%. That is almost depression level unemployment. Sure, you want to jump in?
Isn't it the EPA that's $40 for refining the plant to go down?
Well, yes. The president has asked the EPA to regulate business to the point where they are driving businesses out of business. Absolutely. We are over-regulating. We're choking. We're choking American businesses. Big and small.
Killing jobs at the same time.
Well, and killing jobs because we know, I hope you know, Washington doesn't create jobs. No, Eli's creates jobs. Businesses here in Upgrove and Schaumburg and Palatine create jobs. We don't want government regulations choking them. And that's what we're doing right now. Yes, ma'am.
20 years ago, I worked in sales, 20 years, then I became an independent director myself. Campers, bowlers,
well, and as you said, our industrial parks are vacant. Small businesses around this district are closing up their doors. I actually asked Ms. Duffler if she would join me for an afternoon sometime in the next couple of weeks to together, how much fun would that be? Two candidates, we both answer, and together, we roll up our sleeves, together we would drive around this district, and we would talk to people in this district and ask them if they're better off now than they were 4 years ago. Every town in this district looks like a ghost town. For sale, for lease, 23,000 square foot. Restaurant for sale, for lease. We are dying out here. And we're better than this. It's not us that are dying, we're dying, but our government has done this to us. Because our government has sat on us. They're regulating us every day we wake up. They think your tax dollars, they think that's their money, so they can raise taxes because they really don't believe it's your money. So in the Democratic Convention, we just passed $16 trillion in debt. That scares the heck out of small businesses. I hope she takes me up on my job because we're losing jobs.
Alright, I'll wait till she goes back to the case. I know you probably know her, but I'm real close, okay?
We're not competing. It's easier for companies to go abroad because our taxes and our regulations are too high. We have the highest corporate tax rate in the industrial world. We make it too hard to do business here. We make it too hard to do business in Illinois. So companies leave Illinois. This is upside down. This is upside down. Who had one? Hold on, I poured too much for you. The question was, well, it was a comment, sequestration would be a disaster. Where is it going to go? Everybody knows what sequestration is. If we can't find $1.3 trillion in cuts by the end of the year, automatically there'll be 500 to 600 billion cuts to our military over the next 10 years on has already twice passed sequestration legislation to substitute next year's tax cuts for cuts.
Are you moving them to the window?
The Senate hasn't done anything yet, and we've been asking this president for weeks. In fact, by law, he's supposed to tell us how he will implement sequestration. He's too busy campaigning, so he has not gotten back to us. We cannot let sequestration happen. The one thing I hope we all agree on, there's not a lot I want my government doing. There's a lot I want you doing. One thing I want my government doing is protecting us. We can't just cut it off. We have to protect these cuts. Yes, ma'am. No budget, no pay. Everybody knows I'm on a bill called no budget, no pay. Love this. Probably my favorite bill. And it says if you're in the House or you're in the Senate, if you don't pass the budget that year, you don't get paid for that whole year. We have, hey, Mr. Bipartisan, it's a Democrat, Jim Cooper from Tennessee, who introduced the bill. We got about 80 Democrats and Republicans on the bill. We got to get it up for a vote. Call John Boehner, call Nancy Pelosi, call the House leadership, call Harry Reid in the Senate, and tell them, bring no budget, no pay up for a vote. If you can't pass a budget, member of Congress, you shouldn't get paid. You shouldn't get paid. Unfortunately, I'm just a freshman. I can't do that. We borrow $4 billion a year. You know what we do? Every one of us, every single day, young and old, this is what your government does. Hold on, important point. Every single day, your government goes to the bank and takes out a loan for $4 billion. Paper, give me the paper, John. Give me a piece of paper. Hurry. Every single day, your government goes to their banker and they fill out papers to borrow another $4 billion. And they fill out those papers, and the banker naturally asks, well, how, Mr. and Mrs. Government, how are you going to repay this loan? And your government says every single day, my kids and my grandkids will pay that back. In 10 to 20 to 30 years, they sign on the dotted line, don't worry, my kids and grandkids will pay back this $4 billion. And then they sign, and then you know what happens? We wake up the next morning, and the government goes right back to its banker, and they say, I'd like to take out another loan for $4 billion. Put that on my kids' tab. Put that on my grandkids' tab. This is what we're doing every single day. Shame on us. Young and hold on. Young and old girl. Shame on us for doing this. I wish we had more time to debate last night.
These should be separate checks.
You want separate? Sure, I didn't know.
Because I wish I had 10 minutes to get my closing argument. Because this debate is clear. All of us know we're doing this. President Obama knows we're doing this every day. Terry Duckworth knows we're doing it every day. But Terry Duckworth and President Obama are asking you to ignore this. Instead, they're going to try to smear seniors and say, those bad Republicans are going to take away your Medicare. Hold on. have yet to meet a senior who, when we tell them, you know that Medicare is going to be gone in 12 years. It will evaporate in 12 years. And it won't be around for your kids and your grandkids. I have yet to meet the senior who says, I don't care if it's there for my kids or my grandkids. Don't you dare do anything to Medicare. I have yet to meet that senior. Every day, put your hand out. Every day in this country, your government goes to its banker and your government says, I'm borrowing $4 billion more and put that on my kids' tab and put that on my grandkids. The question is, are we ready to stop this? Or are we just going to continue to ignore it? Dave Walsh. The question was, how do I propose to save Medicare? Let me give you the first question. First answer. Every Democrat, Republican, and every politician in Washington, Republican and Democrat, we all know the dirty secret. Right now, anywhere from 8 to 12 years, it's going to go bankrupt and it's going to disappear if we don't do anything. The only way we save it is to somehow change what Medicare is for younger Americans. Republicans have a plan out there that says really clearly, if you're 55 or older, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. Remember that every time the Democrats try to steer you. I know you're not older than 55, so this isn't directed towards you. But if you're 55 or older, nothing changes under the Republican plan. For people younger than 55, what we need to do is put more power in their hands to shop around for health care to help drive down the prices. Give them options. It's what we currently do with Medicare Advantage. It's what we currently do with the drug benefits. We bring competition in so that people can shop around for the lowest price. That's the only way we're going to begin to bring these costs down. If we keep the structure the same, and we say when you turn 65 and you retire, nothing changes, you'll get whatever Medicare you want, defined benefit, no questions asked, you'll be fine. It helps put Americans more in control of their own health care costs.
If we're borrowing,
Hold on, go. You're next.
if we're borrowing $4 billion a day, what is that $40 billion a month that Bernanke is? What does that do to us? How does that help us? And does that money we have to borrow also? This makes no sense. You don't go in debt because you're worried that none of us work. None of us. You don't run businesses like this. This is crazy. If common sense was in this race, the Democrats don't have a chance. How are they even close, is my question. I'm sorry.
What the Fed did this last week was the Fed took out a $40 billion loan. All the Fed did was borrow more money to pay for the money we're borrowing. So all they did again, all we did, your government did again this last week, we took out an additional loan on our kids and our grandkids. You're right. This is no way to run a business.
But Joe, when you say your government, do you mean our government or Obama's government? That's different than the government that we all remember. There are two different governments going on right now. We got the Obama government and we got the old government that we want to go back to.
Let me rephrase something.
You understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Because government is limitation, not as far as they've got.
Let me rephrase that. We've got two visions of America competing right now.
Absolutely.
There is a vision of America that wants everybody dependent upon government, wants government to take care of everybody, and doesn't care how big government gets, and doesn't care about all this policy. That's where Obama's at, that's where government's at. I hope there are enough Americans that still believe in basic freedom with a limited government where most of us take care of most of our lives. That's what this election is all about.